So Clippers star player John Wall seems to not be happy with, the Clippers right now. He's not happy with his stay with the Clippers so far. And it's due to the fact of, him not getting the minutes he feel like he deserves, and the fact that he wants to play more. Now, I know we've talked about this multiple times about, doing what's best for the team, resting guys and, keeping them healthy as much as possible. But it's another thing also when you have players coming out saying that they can play, that they're willing to play, that they want to play, they want to be out there, and they're feeling good. You know what I'm saying? And these are reports we've been hearing, really since the start of the season. You heard that with Kawhi being upset at the medical staff, that he wanted to play more and he wanted to be more involved. And that he was okay at the time he wanted to play. And they set him out because, they wanted to, give him some treatment on his knee and everything, of the knee stiffness he was feeling a few weeks ago before he got this apparent ankle injury, ankle sprain, I should say. And we heard that about that situation. And we heard John Wall multiple times now. This is not the first occasion we heard where John Wall really is more or less not pleased with, how he's getting used, and, he wants to play more. And, you have to respect players who feel that way, who want to go out there and contribute. And I understand the Clippers are doing everything what's best for the team to keep everybody healthy, because their whole thing is this is probably their last season together, all of them together the way they are. So they want to make sure everybody's as healthy as possible so they don't have any excuses come playoff time. And me personally, I respect that. I really do. But I also respect the players too. So it's almost a double-edged sword with this situation to me, because, you don't want to make the player feel like his say-so is not valuable. And sometimes when that happens in an organization or within an organization, players tend to, look elsewhere, may not give full effort, or sometimes you just don't get the best out of them because they're not feeling like their word is being appreciated based upon their body. And we all know a player knows his body better than any damn doctor or any CAT scan. A player knows how he feels. If a player feels great, if he wants to go out there and play, if he's cleared to go out there and play, then let him play. You know what I'm saying? Because I say all the time, whether you agree or disagree, cohesiveness and chemistry is only going to come with them being on the court. You can say, they need to, load manage and, try to get through this season, because I've even said something. I've even said, those things as well. But, at some point, the cohesion is only really going to come if you're available, and your best ability is availability, last time I checked. So if a player says he wants to play more, he's ready to play more, and he wants to be more involved in the offense and playing and things like that, you have to respect that. And, Ty Lue said, you can read on CBS Sports.com that Ty Lue said this past Wednesday, that he's going to be playing up to 26 minutes, no more. And it's really like no timetable, or they don't know anytime soon when he's going to be able to really literally play back-to-backs, is what the reports were saying on CBSSports.com, which you can read it yourself. And, that's probably not encouraging to John Wall, because he wants to be more involved. He wants to play more. He came there to play, and that's his mentality. He wants to play, and he wants to be out there. And people got to remember, John Wall with the Houston Rockets, he didn't hardly play at all with them. So really, John Wall might be the freshest player that they have in regards to, legs wise. He might be the freshest, because he basically didn't play for a while with the Houston Rockets. So as far as fresh legs, that motto, John Wall might be the freshest one on the team, so I can see where John Wall is coming from, and his frustration, with that. And I can understand that, because if he feels great, if he feels like he should be out there more and contributing more, then maybe that's just what they should do. Listening to the player is also a good thing, because if you don't listen to the player, if you don't appeal to them, well, when it come time for them to maybe re-sign or something like that, or whatever the case may be, they might change their opinion, or they might not come back. When you can, when you've had this player and you got used to him, and then all of a sudden they make another decision based upon their own individual individuality because you didn't listen to the player when the player tried to tell you something that you should be listening to. And I definitely understand that, and I've definitely seen that in situations in the NBA throughout my long time of watching the NBA since I've been young, growing up, and watching it, every day, every minute, every second, every hour. So, I mean, I definitely understand that you got to respect the player too if they really wish that. And I just I made a video in regards to that a few videos ago. You can definitely check that out in regards to John Wall speaking on that, saying that, he really, he wants to play more. He's not happy with, the way it is right now because he can be doing more. And I will say this, John Wall, since he's been on the Clippers, I have to say he's really been somewhat of a breath of fresh air for them to a degree, because he's the point guard that they know they've been needed for the last few years, and they try to use Reggie Jackson to be that point guard, which Reggie Jackson has moments where he can be a point guard-ish, type player, but Reggie Jackson's a 2. He's a shooting guard. So score first mentality is his thing rather than get other people involved and initiate his scoring on the back end. That's not really how his game works. He's developed into, getting his game like that because he really didn't have no choice, because the Clippers really didn't have a solidified point guard. But now that they do, and John Wall, I guess they're just being overly precautious because they can't afford him to get hurt, and knowing his injury history. And that's where I do understand that the reason why they're being precautious with John Wall, because of his injury history and everything like that. But at the same time, as I said before, at some point you got to respect the player. So you got to hear the player out. The player says they feel good, they want to go out there and they want to do it, and they want to really contribute at a high level and those type things. Then, like I said, you got to listen to the player, because some of these games that the Clippers, might have dropped or something like that they lost, maybe they could have, won those games possibly, if John Wall played more minutes, or, didn't, or wasn't restricted to not play back-to-backs, things like that. And these are the things that John Wall is probably thinking, not just me saying it. He's probably thinking these things himself. So if that's the truth, if that's the case, then, like I said, the Clippers will have to make a decision soon. Hopefully they'll appeal to John Wall to keep him happy, because, you got him there. You don't want him to be disgruntled, and he's the major piece that you need to really make the whole operation work, because you didn't have a point guard, and now that you do in him, you don't want to ruin your reputation with him or anything like that. I don't think John Wall is the type of guy who will lash out or anything like that, but I can tell you this, when you've been a star player in the league like John Wall has for a long time, you want things to go your way, and you don't see him any other way at times. Stubbornness comes a part of being a star and having an ego and all those type things. So hopefully everything, clears up well with that. I hope they, find a way to make him happy and give him what he wants, and hopefully he finds a way to make the Clippers happy and give them what they want, which is high level point guard play, which can propel them to a championship if Kawhi and PG is healthy along with him. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. Also, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And hey, till next time.